So guys, this is my weekly report for June 5th, and just to give you a little idea of what I've been doing this week. I was up at Berryessa early up in the week, and we caught a lot of Eagle Lake trout, and kokanee. We didn't get any king salmons this trip, but we caught a lot of trout and kokanee. Then I've been down here in the Delta, and the bite's been really good down here today with Edmund. And we've got into stripers this morning, blowing 15, 20 mile an hour, and we caught the heck out of them. What'd you get?
I got two
Where?
right here.
So the stripers have been averaging about 5 to 10 pounds. We let go some bigger ones today, but we had a really good morning. Caught them on chatterbaits. So anyway, um, ocean salmon opens this weekend, guys. So it looks like you're going to have some decent weather. That's calling for like 7 to 8 knots out of San Francisco and Monterey. The bite should be really good. We're hoping there's a lot of fish out there, and then when they hit the quota for 7,000 fish, but I don't know how they're going to get it, then the season will be shut down. But this Saturday, Sunday, it looks like it's going to be very doable, and good luck out there, and just be careful. The 20 Phantom rock fishing is open now, so I know Cal Don James was out last week, and they slaughtered them outside the Golden Gate. Golden Gate. They went up. I think they went north, and they caught a lot of rockfish up there. Other than that, Bodega Bay, with Rick Powers would be a good one to get a hold of. Then that's for the shallow water. And the surf pit perch fishing has been pretty decent too. Got some friends have been fishing outside. They go somewhere outside the Golden Gate off to the right there, and they're over there. I don't know what beach they are, but they've been doing pretty good. Halibut in the bay's been really good, when you don't have those big minus tides. And the striper fishing's been off the hook in there also. Jay Lopes, Richie Acosta, Steve Mitchell, and James Smith with Caldon. They've been doing really well. When you get a slow tide, they've been doing very good. The only thing is the bait receiver ran out of bait, so they're supposed to get it later this week. But I would definitely call there and make sure that there's live bait available before you run all that way and they don't have any more. But the halibut bite's been pretty decent. I was talking to Jay the other day, dragging a three-way swivel, with the weight to keep it on the bottom, and then about a 4-foot leader with a circle hook. Just put it in a rod holder, let it load up, and then just start cranking. Stripers, a rock pile, the live bait. If you have live bait, it's pretty simple in the bay. All the fish that are returning out of the river system, and a lot of those fish will go in the bay, hang around for a week or so, and they head out the gate. And then Pacifica, I'm sure they're catching some up at Pacifica. Even now, throwing, they throw 2-ounce spoons or top water out on the beach, and when they get into them, they kill them, and they catch a lot of them there at night. So Delta stripers, it's good. A lot of the fish that were up north are already heading back down. I imagine they're still catching some up there, but a lot of the guys are doing it at night. I know that guide Ray, he's been catching them there in the evenings. But there's a lot of guys I see anchored in the Sacramento River. They're probably using pow worms or sardines, but a lot of the fish are on their way back. The ones we caught today they look spent today. Last week we caught a lot of females that weren't spawned, but there's always those ones that spawn over here in Rio Vista. The bass fishing has been pretty good down here. We caught a lot today. Well, we didn't catch a whole lot. It's so dang rough and windy, but we caught some nice ones. We had a nice, decent limit today on the largemouth. So usually we caught most of them on chatterbaits, square bills, and then flipping brush hogs. Uh, the bass fishing in the lakes has been pretty good. Folsom Lake's been pretty decent. Berryessa has been really good. It's been really good there. Clear Lake's been really good. Berryessa, Don, who guides, he's been doing really well, and they've been catching a lot on top water. And then this kid that used to work for me, Austin Barker, he guides too up there. And the thing about these guys that are picking the lakes to guide is because of the decontamination of these lakes, where you have to have your boat decontaminated before you can launch them. So they all basically have to choose a place there where they want to do it, because they don't have decontamination centers at all the lakes. So some of them you have to wait. If there's no decontamination center, you have to go there, get your boat tagged with a red tag, and then they said, we'll see you in 30 days, which is crazy because you're not going to fish for 30 days. It's pop that tag off, you got to start all over again. You go to a lake like Berryessa, get your boat decontaminated, and you leave, make sure they put a green tag on it so you can return anytime you want. So they're going to do Gone Fishing Marine, put in a decontamination center. So you could take your boat and to Gone Fishing and they can decontaminate it for you, but only for only for Berryessa right now. They're trying to get other lakes involved. I think Folsom is going to be next, but right now it's just Berryessa. So it's best if you go online to Gone Fishing's website, make an appointment, and then pull in there, and they'll get it done for you. But if you just show up there, you just have to wait in line. So when the guys that have reservations, they'll do theirs first, and then when there's an opening, they'll get you in. But they said they will get you in if you just pull up and show up there. But it's only for Berryessa right now. Okay, so other than that, shad fishing starting to slow down in the Sacramento River. I don't see as many people fishing for them. And usually the late run that comes will head up the American River. So the American River might be a better bet right now than the Freeport or the mouth of the American. Denise and them were out there. I think my brother was there. They were there Sunday. And she said it was a cluster. Skiers, jet skis, they just fly right by you 10 feet away. They don't care. They just cruising up and down the river. And the shad bite wasn't that good. I think they only caught like 6 or 7. So other than that, I think, if you want to do shad fishing, I would go up an American. Crappie fishing, Clear Lake's been really good. Berryessa, we were trolling for trout and kokanee, and we're catching crappie that were about pound and a half. So I think if you actually went out, I have this friend that went out and was fishing the docks at Berryessa at night. They caught over 100 crappie, but they're doing it at night. Trout, the Sears are good. I'm sure any of the lakes up there, you could probably catch trout. Berryessa is still full of Eagle Lake and regular rainbows that they release. And the trout fishing up there is just unbelievable. You can catch all you want up there. The other places, other lakes, I haven't heard too much of, like Amador. Comanche and Party are still closed. It doesn't look like they're going to open it to boats. You could fish off the bank. I know Collins been pretty decent. And but I'm sure Berryessa is probably one of your best bets. And, if you don't want to go up there and decontaminate all that stuff with your, give Big Nate or Troy Barr a call and they'll put you on fish. Kokanee fishing, New Melones is still the hot lake to go to. Kyle Wise is a guide up there, and he's been limiting out before 9 o'clock. He said it's just off the hook, and they've been getting some up to 19 inches. Berryessa, the kokanee fishing, we've been catching like 5 to 10 each trip. John was up there the other day. He had his limit of kokanee, and they were all like 14 to 17 inches. And Stampede's been pretty good, but the fish are little this year. They're like 8 to 10 inches. Don Pedro, they're catching some up there. Kokanee fishing, if you want to do it at Berryessa, you can just get a hold of Big Nate or Troy Barr. But the kokanee fishing overall, Bullers has been a little bit slow. The hottest lake right now is New Melones, and they're going to put a decontamination center at New Melones here pretty quick, so you might want to make a few calls. The American River, like I said, shad and striper. They're still catching stripers there, and there's a lot of local yokel stripers that live there that feed on these shad. And if you want to go do that, I know Austin Wilson's still doing trips and Kyler Perry's doing trips. So if you need a new boat or you need a repair or you need new electronics or anything, give Gone Fishing a call. Let them know that I sent you. He'll probably give you a little bit of a deal there. And every Saturday at 6:40 a.m., I'm on California Sportsman's on 1140 on the AM dial. Every first of the month, like this Saturday, I'll probably be in the studio. So I'll give you all any update reports going on. I'm still doing consulting, so if you need any help with electronics or any kind of fishing, say like if you want to learn how to kokanee fish, I would take you out, either your boat or my boat, and I'll test everything for you. You know, I'll ask you a few questions about your downrigger setups and how you and what electronics you have in your boat. Take you out and show you how to do everything. Show you the setbacks, show you how to clip them in properly, and just basically dial you in so you can go out there and catch fish. And you can get a hold of me the easiest way because I shut my website down. So the easiest way is just to call me or text me at 916-761-7594 and leave me a message, and I'll get back to you probably within a day or so. If you like the video, hit that like, please subscribe, leave me a comment if you want, and I'll get back to you in a few days. So good luck fishing out there, and be careful, guys, that are going out in the ocean, and I'll see you guys next week.